Hi guys, let's start with the part of this video. We will start with a quick recap. So when we create a function, we open doors inside it via the parameters that we declare, right? So this A and B, these are the doors, and we can pass values via these doors, and these values will be collected inside boxes. The name of the boxes will be A and B. Return value signifies the output of the function. So this is what happens when we create a function, but there is more to it. That is, every function has a hidden door as well. We can pass values via these hidden doors. And these values will be collected inside a special box, a special variable. And the name of this box is this. And this hidden door has some limitations. That is, we can only pass non-primitive objects through it. And the arrow functions, they do not have this hidden door. So this is the main difference between a normal function and a arrow function. This is what we learned in the last video. So let's move on with the next topic. That is, how do we control what is being passed via these hidden doors, right? So our task is we need to pass this object person via this hidden door, right? So how do we do this? So when if I call a function like this, that is sum 2 comma 3. So what is happening here is 2 is being passed by this first door and 3 is being passed by the second door, and they are being collected in the variables named A and B, in the boxes named A and B, right? In this way of calling, we do not see a way where we can pass this object, right? To pass this object via this hidden door, we have 4 methods. Let's just look at 2 of them. You write the name of the function sum, and you write dot call, and you just simply write the name of the object that you want to pass by this event, right? And another method is again exactly the same, just the name is different. Either sum.apply, write the name of the object. So what is happening here is the name of the object that you write will be passed into the hidden door of this function. That's how we can control what is being passed by the hidden door, right? But then the next question should be, have we lost the ability to control what we are passing through the main doors? No, we have not. It's very simple. We just need to write comma 2 comma 3, and in the second case we just need to write we need to create an array and we need to write 2 comma 3 inside it. So this is the only difference between these two functions, that is how we are passing the values via actual doors, right? So in this case this 2 and 3 will be passed by the main doors like this. So 2 will be passed like this, 3 and 3 will be passed like this. And similarly, in the case of apply, the first index of this array will be passed by the first door. The second index of this array will be passed by this second door. This is the only difference between call and apply. So we will just quickly see it in action in VS Code. Okay, so I have created the same function, and we need to pass this object into the hidden door of this function, right? So I am using sum.call. I will start a debugger. So now the JS engine is inside the function, and we can see that the value of A is 2 and B is 3, and the value of this object, this box, is this object, right? So we can see that we have successfully passed this object via this hidden door, and now this object is stored inside this box. I will just quickly repeat this with the apply function as well, and we can see the same thing is happening, right? A is 2, B is 3, and this object contains the person object. This variable contains the person object, right? We will also see what happens if we are not passing anything via the hidden door. So what will be the value? So we can see that it contains the global object. So what happens is if we do not pass uh, any value via the hidden door, so the JS engine will pass the global object. That's what we are seeing here. Let's look at the third method. Earlier, we were passing the value via the hidden door. That is, we were writing the name of the function dot let's say call, and just passing the name of the object that we want to pass and the variables. So this and how we were passing this object inside the hidden door, right? The third method is write the name of the object and the name of the function in which you want to pass it. If you can simply do like this. So what will happen? This person object will be passed by the hidden door this function. But for this to work, we need to do one more thing, that is we need to declare the function as the property of this object. So now it will work. So whenever we do something like this, the name of the object dot the function, so that object goes through the hidden door and gets stored inside this box, right? And these values will be passed normally, right? So this is the most important method to pass the values via the hidden door, right? You will hardly see call and apply And the fourth method, this is the most important method that you need to understand. So we will just see it in action as well. We need to write the name of the object in the function 2 comma 3, and now for this to work I need to make this function the property of this object. Let's start the debugger. So we can see that now the object, the person object is passed via the hidden loop, right? So this is the third method and the most important method that you need to understand. Let's look at the fourth method. We write something like this. So first I will write the code, then I will explain it. Okay. Const new sum. So let's see what is happening here. So when we write like this, so what bind does is it creates a wrapper around our original function, right? And this wrapper is stored in this variable, in the variable new sum. And so it does two things. It created a wrapper. It has created a wrapper, and the object that we passed here, right? It will put this object. You can think that it will put this object at the entry of this hidden door, right? So now this object is sitting at the entry of this hidden door, right? And now when you call this new sum 2 comma 3, so what will happen is this wrapper will allow 2 to pass through the first door. It will allow 3 to pass through the second door. And the box which was sitting at the entry of the hidden door, it will go via this door into this object. The output of this function will come out of this wrapper. So this is what bind does. It creates a wrapper around our original function. So our original function is intact. So if I do this, sum 2 comma 3. So in this case, I am going to my original function. Right? A 2 is being passed by the first door of the original function, and 3 is being passed by the second door of the original function. Right? In this case, wrapper does not exist. So wrapper does not have any role to play. So now we will see it in the VS Code as well. So I have written the same function and the same object that we were discussing here. Now I will start the debugger. So in line number 16, what we are doing is we are storing the wrapper, the object that is returned by the bind function, right? So that is being stored. And now at line number 18, we are calling the wrapper, the wrapper function, right? We are calling the wrapper function. So as we move inside the function, we can see that a is 2, b is 3, and this variable contains the person object, right? And after adding this function, we can see that our original function is intact. So our original function, now I'm calling our original function directly. Again, we can see that a is 2, b is 3, and this variable now contains the global object, right? Because we are not passing anything into the hidden door of our main function, right? So by default, global object will be passed. One more thing that we need to remember, that is, we cannot, once we bind a object with a function, so we cannot replace it with another object, right? So that's why it is called bind. So if I call like this, so now I am passing person 2 via the call method that we have already seen, right? So we will run this and see what happens. So we can see that when we call the function at line number 20, so the variables inside the function are 2, 3, and the person object, not the person 2 object. So what happened was, though we used the call method on the new sum function, so as we already know that call passes this object into the hidden door of the function, but it will not work in this case because the wrapper does not have a hidden door, right? There is no hidden door, so you cannot pass anything via this, right? So this does not have any effect. So it will this will be rejected, and it will call the function normally, right? 2 comma 3. So we have come to the end of this video. I hope that you learned something from it. Right? In this video, we majorly discussed the 4 ways in which we can control the values that we pass by the hidden door, right? And in the next video, in the next part of this video, we will discuss the use cases, right? So you must be wondering whether it's just a concept or like do we actually use it in code, right? So we do actually use it, and it is very important concept. So we will see the implementation in the production code, right? And then we will look at some interview questions as well. And then we will compare it with other languages as well. So you will have a broader view of this concept. Okay. So that's it. Tell me how you like the video. Did you find it helpful or not? And what can I do to improve it? Okay. And okay, that's it. Bye.